Hey, it's Steve Sellers in San Antonio, Texas. Got my Kirk Auto San Antonio made cigar box guitar with the box from the Fink Cigar Company in San Antonio, Texas. I just wanted to show you a couple of things that I've been learning. Now, I'm not an instructor or a teacher, and you're not going to see any fancy tab popping up on the screen. This video is more in order of just a couple of things that I discovered. I want to pass along to you like any friend would, and maybe if you could send me a video and show me some of the things you've been learning too. I want to show you a couple of chords, and then I'm also going to show you a couple of endings and turnarounds. First of all, I've been discovering some chords on the Kirk Auto guitar that Kirk made for me. The thing I really like, it got the action really low. I'm not a slide player. I hope to be someday. However, Kirk made this guitar for me with a really nice action, so it just feels really good to play, just with your fingers, not with the slide. So that's what I'm going to be showing you. If you're a slide player, this video may not be for you. First of all, on your G chord, I want to show you a form of a G chord. Now, if you're like me, you can play a G chord open all day, or bar the 12th fret, but you may get tired of doing that in the open position all day. I know I do. So let me show you another form of a G chord, all right? With your first finger on the high G string, we'll call it string 1, on the 4th fret, and then your second finger on the D string, the middle string, on the 5th fret, and then, now there's a G right there. But it sounds really good if you add your little finger to the low G string on the 7th fret. That completes the chord for you. Now that's a little bit of a stretch. That has a nice sound, or let the little finger up. To me, that's a lot better than if you're staying on an open G for a long time and just kind of sitting there. That makes me feel kind of dumb. Now, let me show you something that's really going to spice up your playing. This is exciting. And that's 7th chords. These are really easy, and you're going to find a million ways to use these. Let's stay in the key of G. I'm going to show you a G 7th chord that's real easy, which sounds so much tastier, especially for blues and some country. All right. With your first finger on the D string, the middle string, put that on the 3rd fret. And then your second finger goes on the low G string on the 4th fret. And that is a tasty G7. You can do this stuff like that. Kind of CCR. Now, if you want a corresponding C7 and D7 to go along with the progression, that's very easy. So for your C7, here's what you do. Your first finger on the 1st string or the high G string on the 3rd fret. And then your second finger goes to the 4th fret, and the 5th fret, and that's on the low G string or string 3. And then your ring finger goes right behind that on the D string, also on the 5th fret. So there's your C7. Move it up 2 frets and get your D7. Now, what can you do with that? All right, if you're going to play some blues or some country, man, it just gets tasty immediately with those 7th chords like that. Yeah. What you can do also is when you're playing your G7th and your C7th, hammer on that high G string, your number 1 string, with your little finger, to give it a little flavor, like. Same with the C7. If you want a jazzy sound, you can kind of swing it a little bit. Now, let's talk about turnarounds for just a second. I'll go through this real quick. Turnarounds are a part of blues. They bring you to the next verse of the song. So everybody pretty much knows this first one I'm going to show you. This is all in the key of G. And you're using your D string and your high E, your high G, with your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the D string. Give it a triplet. What I mean by that is low, high, low. Then move back to your 2nd finger. Move back again to your 1st finger on the D string. And then you can just hit a G open, or you can hit your G7. Or you can hit this G that I showed you. Or this one. Now if you want to tag that to bring it around to the next verse, I would do this. You're just going from the 5th fret to the 7th fret on your low G string. You can even snap it if you want to, or whatever you want to do, however you want to manipulate it. So you can start with the, actually start this with a little note from the high G string. So there's a nice turnaround. So everybody uses that one. So you want to be a little bit different. Well, let's just move everything up an octave, and this is very easy. You're going to use your 12th fret. So put your 1st finger on the high G string of the 12th fret. And what you're going to be walking down is this D string. You're going to be starting on the 15th fret. Just like you did in the lower version. This is just 1 octave up. What do you want to do if you want to tag that with the 5 chord to bring it back to the verse? Easy. Just bar everything at the 7th fret, and that's your D. Or you can use the D7. Or you can do this. That's easy. That's just on the D string. You're going from 10, 11, 12, and there you got the whole little ending there. There's another way to do it. Here's what I'm doing there. You got to remember you got 2 G strings, which is perfect for easily playing octaves, which just fill up your sound so much, like this. Well, maybe not like that. So anyway, here's a great turnaround. Start on the 4th fret. And here's what you want to do. Using your 2nd finger and your ring finger on the 4th fret, You want your low string, your low G, and your high G. Here's a really cool turnaround. And it just brings you right to that D7th where you want to be, to bring you back to. Now, here's the best that I saved for last for you. This is a little device that'll take you from your 1 chord to your 4 chord in a blues progression. So usually you're going like this. So you're going from G to C. Use this. This is so cool. What you're doing is you're hitting both of your G strings, the high and the low. You want to hit them both open using your thumb and your index finger. Hit them both at the 4th fret. Hit them both at the 7th fret. Hit them both at the 10th fret. Now what that does is it's a made-up lick that takes you from the G chord to the C chord in a very bluesy, jazzy, cool way. See what I'm saying? So, if you were in G and you're starting a new musical phrase and you want to spice it up a little bit, how many? I think I'm playing it 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, that right there, the 2 G strings played there on the 10th fret are giving this musical phrase tension. And that's what music is all about. Creating that tension and then releasing the tension. So this whole lick that I'm showing you here is meant to create some tension, musical tension, and then when you get to the C chord, your audience goes like that. They go, ah. Thank you, cigar box guitar player. Thank you for relieving my tension that you so craftily and creatively built up. All right, so it'll be like this. Let's say, please go to the C chord. Now, if you want a pretty chord to end any G sequence on, I cannot tell you why this works. I just know that it works and it sounds pretty if you don't overplay it. On the 7th fret, just bar the first 2 strings, leaving the low G open, and don't hit it too hard. Make it soft, like this. You have to hit the strings kind of equally to make it work. It works musically, but it's kind of a pretty jazzy chord. So it sounds really good. Once again, this is my Kirk Otto cigar box guitar. You should look Kirk up. He's here in San Antonio, Texas. He makes these guitars from the Fink Cigar Company boxes, which I really like, especially because they're from San Antonio and the company goes back to 1893. And so I hope you'll use those devices. I'm going to make some other videos, and I really hope that you'll subscribe to my channel, and if you see something you can improve on or something you like, be sure and leave a comment and let me know, and I'll get back to you, okay?